Hey guys, Undercover Prepper here. So I just wanted to pop on and go over a quick thing here. Um, I picked up some prep items, and one of the ways I did it, uh, it's actually a way that not a lot of people think of. And in this video, I'm going to show you some things that are cheap and some things that are kind of spendy. Um, so there's a certain trick that you can use to take care of some of those more spendy things that you typically can't just fork out of pocket. And not everybody's aware of this. And it's actually something that was allowed um, for a number of years, and then it went away for a while. I believe number 44 got rid of that. But then it was reinstated when number 45 came in. Go figure. But um, so basically, uh, the little trick that I use to take care of some of the more expensive preps, it's actually something that is through a lot of employers, and it's called an FSA, your flex spending account. Um, and for a lot of people, it's use it or lose it, right? And not everybody goes through all their money that they have in their flex spending by going to doctors and dentists or whatever. I know we had a huge surplus last year actually, and so one of the big things we picked up that you'd be surprised is on there: women's toiletry products like uh, your pads, your tampons, whatever it be, that maybe you use if you're a female. And I mean, we picked up probably, I want to say like $300+ worth of feminine products, and those are good to have on hand. Obviously, if crap hits the fan and you're unable to get them. So we got quite a big haul using our FSA, and I'm not personally certain on how you do that, but I remember my wife went, she looked it up online, and she had found that it was reinstated. She knew about it before, but it was reinstated through Trump. And um, when it was reinstated and she found out, she went on there and looked over the list of different things that you can get, and it turns out toiletry products, women's toiletry products, feminine products, whatever you want to call them, they're on there. And uh, don't quote me on this, but I do believe that sunscreen is also on there. And if you look at, so if you go on maybe a Google or DuckDuckGo search or something, I'm sure you can figure out how to find out this information. Like I said, I don't remember personally how my wife got into that, but it's very useful to look into this. You can get a lot of things. In fact, one of the major purchases that I got from using my FSA was actually a full-size medicine cabinet, like an industrial grade one that you would see in a warehouse or any kind of a work setting, really a workplace setting. And I mean that thing, it's loaded, it's plumb full, and as you can imagine, it's expensive to just fork out the money for one of those. And I don't remember, because this was actually last year's purchases that I'm going over with you. It's something that came to me, and I realized, I should do a video on this. And it's probably helpful, useful for some of you out there. But yeah, the industrial medical kit, I want to say it was anywhere between $150 and $200. I remember it having a pretty hefty price tag on it, but when it's coming out of an FSA, and it's money that's basically, as you probably know, money that you pay for throughout, it goes into your FSA. The money comes out of your paychecks throughout the year, so you're basically paying for it, and and it's in a more slow process. It's like a savings for you. So at the end of the year, if you have that extra money sitting in your FSA, you may as well use it for useful things like that. Uh, Good stuff to have prepped up in a crap hit the fan scenario. Oh, excuse me. Still trying to kick the last of this stuff here. But basically, um, it's these are good things to have if crap hits the fan. To have plenty of medicine and medical supplies on hand, it's going to be crucial, because you're going to have to take care of things on your own, like in the old days more so. Unless, I mean, hopefully you have a doctor or nurse in your mag, or in your community group that you guys hopefully have set up for any kind of crap at the fan situation, because community is important. I know not everybody agrees. Some of you would rather do the lone wolf thing, and there can be ups and downs to both scenarios, really. But I personally see it as much better to have a community setting, to have trusted individuals to work together. And if you're going that route, you definitely want to make sure that you have uh, probably multiple people focusing on different things, so that you'll have plenty of medicines, plenty of food and water supplies, plenty of different options, plenty of different preps that are going to make it so that the community can work together and survive together without causing a bunch of tensions. Because if you bring a lot of people together, say you have a group of 20 people, for example, and only a couple of them actually prepared, it could get ugly quick, because you would have probably extensive shortfalls before you know it. Anyhow, but I do personally think the community route is a good route to go, as long as it's well planned and everybody's actually doing their part. So it's kind of a process that has to be watched over as best as possible. You want to make sure you have the right people involved, make sure that these people are trustworthy. And anyhow, so moving on from that, I just really wanted to get to the point of the FSA thing as being a useful thing. I haven't really heard anybody go over that. Perhaps some prepper out there, maybe one of the major ones, have gone over that before. I've been watching videos for a number of years from many different preppers out there, and I haven't heard anybody go over that. Maybe I missed it, but yeah. Anyway, it is a useful thing. It's I found it very useful for us to get some of those bigger items that was hard to just get out of pocket. And there's other things on there, like you can get full blown, like trauma kits and stuff like that. Believe it or not, you can actually get trauma kits through the FSA spending account. And the thing is about that is when I remember looking at it, however my wife got into that online, there was, I mean, the list was extensive. I was really shocked. I got so much stuff off of there, so many different, I mean, we've got butterfly bandages and bandage wraps and just all kinds of stuff. Many different medicine types. We got tons of medicines off of there. And it was really easy to look at too. I mean, it was all laid out on a nice, easy to scroll through site. It was like a regular shopping site. So very easy to work with once you get in there. Like I said, I don't remember the exact site that you go to, Perhaps I can look it up, find out from my wife what it was she went into, and as soon as I find that out, I can include that into the comments section or the description. I'll put it in the description. Um, I'll put a link in there if I can, and try to help make it a little bit easier. But I'm sure most of you can figure it out on your own. Anyway, so some other prep items that I think are useful, not everybody thinks of, are these right here, these cotton rounds. These are really good, kind of like cotton balls, but probably a little bit easier to use for cleansing wounds. And it's overlooked, but they're really cheap, and I picked those up at Walmart. I want to say like $1.99. They were pretty cheap. I picked those up just the other day, and I also picked up some of this pain relieving aloe gel, sunburn relief medicine, and you want to have plenty of this on hand as well. And for obvious reasons, crap hits the fan, you're gonna want to have some of that on hand. And another thing that is very useful is these canned chickens. And until I started prepping, until I started getting serious prepping and whatnot, I didn't used to stock these. But especially with things that are going on now, these canned chicken, Walmart has them. A lot of different stores have them, and they're really quite useful because obviously, if you are like a lot of people, you don't have chickens or a surplus of chickens that in the situation of crap hits the fan, you're likely not going to have a solid source of meat. So to have a nice plump stockpile of canned chicken is going to be very useful in the long run. And so I highly recommend that you stock up on those as well. And if you're on a budget, another thing you can do is really look for those sales. Maybe you don't have much money. Maybe you think you got $20 to swing, and you wanna prep some things. And if you have prepped pretty good on food, and you're looking more for taking care of things that are also important outside of food and water, look for those sales. Really look for those sales. Even if, say, you have $20 extra, and you want to get some things, some prep items, don't be afraid to take that $20 and go into a Target, go into a Walmart, and look for good deals. Even if that's all you have is $20. I mean, I want to show you this. Do you see what I scored today? Man, my camera, it's not really wanting to zoom in here. Let's see if I can. It's really kind of blurry. Okay, so basically, it was a $16. It was a $16 6 pairs of socks, and it's now $4.79. That's what I paid. $4.79. That is a huge score. And it's kind of reassuring to find stuff like that, good deals like that on the shelf. That was at a Target just earlier today. And as soon as I saw them, I had to snap them up. In fact, I actually grabbed 3 packages of them. And I was really happy. I was really happy to find that. That's a great deal. And stuff like that is worth setting aside too, because if you have extras, extra socks set aside, it's gonna be better in the long run when you can't get them anymore. So just looking for things like that, guys. It's worth it. So don't be discouraged if you don't have a lot and you're wanting to give it your best effort. Don't be discouraged. Just get out there and try your best. In the end, every little bit's gonna help. So don't give up. Look for those deals. Utilize the FSA if you have it. And if you don't have an FSA and you have the option to, provided things don't go south as fast as what it seems it is, I would recommend starting one of those and utilizing it. But aside from that, guys, I basically just wanted, I just want to say thank you to everybody that has been watching my videos, and I appreciate the likes that you guys have been given, and I hope you guys will also help share these videos, especially if it's a good one. I know not all my videos are going to be great, but I do appreciate it, and I hope to get more of these good messages out there for you guys. Anyhow, I'm going to head to bed here and get some more rest. So, Undercover Prepper out. Good night, guys.